Welcome to the rejuvenated GhMixMixx. I am Kwesi E, son, Baako. Last week, President Obama was in the news. Yes, we don't hear much from America's first black president since he left office. But last week thereabouts, some right-leaning websites published a story crediting a self-aggrandizing statement to him. They said he had said that America owes him a debt of gratitude. Well, some fact-checking websites did their work and came out to inform all of us that that was a false statement. Barack Obama had never made that statement. But there's one thing I can tell you Obama said. He said he would die for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Check it out for yourself.
We are ready to die for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo 2016.
Live.
Yeah. My name is Obama.
One.
We Jack by Kwesi.
Oh yes, Obama of Bawe, Weja constituency. In other news, yes, I know this may not be news anymore, but really I haven't had my say on the subject, so indulge me, let me have my say. Adwoa Safo, yes, took credit, or is purported to have taken credit for something that he had very little to do with. As a matter of fact, we sent our research team out and we found out that not only does she deserve credit for President Muhammad's schools, but there are a lot of things that she really deserves credit for that we have not, taken the trouble to give her credit for. So here goes, 10 points, 10 things that Adwoa Safo should be credited for that she has not received credit for. We're going to give it to her tonight. Number 10, she was signatory to the bond of 1844. Number 9, she fought in the Sagrenti War. Oh yeah, she did. She was a colonel in the local army. Tough colonel, that one. Tough colonel. Number 8, she was a founding member of the Fanti Confederacy. Never mind that she's not even Fanti. She actually was a member of the Fanti Confederacy. Number 7, she designed her dad's first car, the Kantanka. Hey, listen, anybody want to give me one of those for my next birthday? I love those cars, man. Kudos Apostle Kojo Safo. But yes, we learned that Adwoa Safo actually designed the first Kantanka car. Number 6, she foiled the Kulungugu assassination attempt on President Kwame Nkrumah. Number 5, she volunteered for the First World War, but could not go to the war because she had to stay behind to supervise the building of the rail lines from Kumasi to Obuasi. Number 4, she accompanied King Prempeh I to the Seychelles Islands. She was one of the delegation, she was among the delegation that accompanied King Prempeh I to the Seychelles Islands. Ampa. Number 3, she was one of the warriors who migrated from ancient Ghana to found modern day Ghana. Number 2, she went to the same school as Yasantua and King Takitaria. She was actually mates with King Takitaria, but Yasantua was, I think, a year or 2 ahead of her, something like that. Yes. Number 1, she invented hip life and Azonto music.
Now what you do, man, Azonto. Now watch me do my Azonto. Now watch me do my Azonto. Now watch me do my Azonto. We walk over the haters.
And the bonus point, she's already achieved Vision 2020 in 2017. How about that? We have a great show for you. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. News was meant to be Yes, news. Always meant to be from and about the people, reported from their angle. It's supposed to be the matchstick we hold to the feet of those in authority, while telling them what we think and showing off what we've got, like our glorious culture, the music, the food, our world-famous black stars. No one can tell our story better than we can. GH News Now, Africa from an African perspective. Welcome back to the show. This is Brass Tacks. On Brass Tacks this week, I'm going to take issues with a good friend of mine who is currently serving in Parliament, Ras Mubarak. Nothing personal, Ras, alright? Check this out. So a week or so ago, Mubarak posted on his Facebook page, and he sounded quite peeved about something that Sidney Kessel-Hayford had said or written or posted or something like that. This is what he posted. He said, "I have made a complaint on the floor of Parliament of contempt of Parliament against Mr. Sidney Kessel-Hayford for him to be summoned to answer contempt charges." Mr. Mubarak in Wahala or say Kessel-Hayford had said certain things about the Parliament of Ghana that he wasn't happy with and thought warranted Parliament hauling Kessel-Hayford before that body to answer some questions. So I'm going to go through what Kessel-Hayford said according to Ras Mubarak, Ras Mubarak's response to the things that he said Kessel-Hayford had said, and then I will tell you what I think about the whole issue. Alright, so point number one. Kessel-Hayford is purported to have said, "These people sitting there, spending money like crazy, making stupid decisions, and passing stupid laws." Mubi, I might probably not use certain words. I probably would find synonyms for some of the words that Sidney used. Like, I wouldn't say stupid, but I'll probably say dim-witted, dumb, numb, stuff like that, But that said, let's look at the substance of what Kessel-Hayford is saying, okay? He says these people are sitting there doing nothing. I don't think they're sitting there doing nothing. But the truth of the matter is, if you look at the amount of taxpayer money that goes into sustaining Parliament, I think we deserve a bit more from Parliament than what we're getting. Alright? If Parliament is going to even consider something like the Plant Breeders Bill, then I'm not going to depart too far from what Kessel-Hayford is saying. We, the people of Ghana, elect people from among us to go and represent us in that house called Parliament. We, the people of Ghana, as far as I'm concerned, have said loudly enough that we do not like the Plant Breeders Bill. It's not in our interest. It is in the interest of multinational companies who probably are not even Ghanaian. Most likely are not even Ghanaian. But the Plant Breeders Bill, for instance, is enjoying bipartisan support. For what? So if Kessel-Hayford says stuff like that, he, like I said, maybe the wording may be a bit too strong, but sometimes you give us cause to worry about some of the laws that you pass, or even some of the things that you raise in Parliament. By the way, if you don't know about the Plant Breeders Bill, it's a subject I've discussed already on GhMixMixx. So it behoves you to go back a step or two and check the Plant Breeders Bill and know what the Parliament of Ghana, if we're not careful, are about to put on our heads. It's something that we must resist with every single breath left in us. Yes. Point number 2. Mr. Kwesi E is purported to have said, all they think of is, let's pass this quickly, let's pass that quickly, let's go to Century Royal, go and sit there and chill and come back. I don't know, man. You're on your own on that one, Kwesi E, because I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about Parliament saying let's go and chill at Century Royal. Okay. As far as I'm concerned, if they go to Century Royal and they come back with results, let them go to Century Royal all they want. Let them even move Parliament to Century Royal. Who cares? But if they're going to chill, you guys get paid enough to do whatever chilling you want. Put some money together and go to Century Royal and chill. Don't use taxpayers' money to go to Century Royal and chill. But like I said, I don't know anything about that, so I'm going to have to desert you on that, Mr. Kwesi E. However, I don't think that is something that anybody should be hauled before Parliament for. There's no insult in that at all. Wahala number 3. Kwesi E is purported to have said they don't read the papers that they are given. They don't even think through what the challenges are. Strong point. Very strong point. And I'm not saying all of you. Mubarak, I know you're a very smart young man. I've heard certain people even suggest that you are presidential material for the future. I think you read your papers. But can you honestly say that for all your colleagues? I mean, look at these guys.
I would like to thank the President, His Excellency, for the wonderful speech of the nation, of the State of the Nation address he has delivered on the 25th of the 2nd, 25th of February 2014. The President made mention of any development nation that do not take education serious is not worth emulating. In that case, the President has made education a priority.
I believe you mean any developing nation.
I'm very sad that people are laughing at me.
Seriously, you're telling me that these guys, even if they read the papers, really understand what it's all about and are ready to make informed decisions that are going to affect the lives of Ghanaians? So the man is probably right. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not attributing proficiency in the English language to aptitude in anything at all. Left to me alone, I would even say parliamentarians or members of parliament should be allowed to speak in their local dialects so they can really convey the pain of the people, so that they can really tell everybody what they really feel and think, rather than being restricted by the use of the English language. I don't think they some of them, I'm not saying all of them. I mean, some people like, or say GhMixMixx, that guy speaks English like the Queen's parrot. Mubarak, you yourself, you know. But English language means nothing. We're talking about reading and understanding the substance of things that go into the laws that you people pass and all of that. I think the man is right. And again, I don't think he's talking about everybody in parliament, but generally speaking, I think he has a good point, especially that point. I think he's spot on with it. Point number 4. The first thing I would do, says Kwesi E, if I had the opportunity, is to break down parliament. Now stick a pin, man. Don't break down any parliament. That's taxpayers' money, okay? Our hard-earned money that was used, given to the Chinese people who, you know, put up the edifice and furnished it with made in China seats and all of that. So please, Don't break it down, I beg you. But I think the man is speaking figuratively, jokes aside. I don't think he wants to get on a bulldozer and go there and bulldoze the house down or anything like that. That serves no purpose. I think he only wants to repeal and replace Parliament. So, my legislator friend Ras Mubarak goes on to say in his Facebook post, he says, as much as we must encourage free speech, we mustn't allow people to make sweeping comments, impugn reputations, and affront the dignity of Parliament. The Parliament of the Fourth Republic has had personalities such as the current President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, former President Mahama, current Speaker, the former Speaker Do Ajaho, Honorable ASK Bagbin, among others who have worked tirelessly while in Parliament fighting for the best interests of the ordinary Ghanaian. Okay, I don't know about making sweeping statements or impugning reputations and all of that, because first of all, I don't think he mentioned anybody's name. He singled anybody out to say this and that. He's making a general statement. He's making, and that kind of logic I cannot really connect with too much, because it's like getting on the trotro from Achimota to La Paz, and then the mate has smelly armpits. So you say that all drivers' mates have smelly armpits. No, maybe the mate from Legon to Medina doesn't have smelly armpits, right? But maybe it's a general trend. So what I'm saying though is this: I don't think the man means all parliamentarians or all members of Parliament do this. Of course, there's always the exception to the rule. Besides, the fact that Presidents Mahama and Akufo-Addo have both come through Parliament, the fact that Parliament has produced quality people like, the Speaker and ASK Bagbin and all of that, does not mean that it's automatically blanket for every member of Parliament at all. It doesn't mean that, every member of Parliament is sacrosanct or is so smart or whatever. As a matter of fact, we could actually handpick people. You mentioned a few people, and those were a few people. I'm not saying parliamentarians are stupid or anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the fact that Parliament has produced people like the current president, the former president, the former speaker, the current speaker, the minority leader, majority leader, all these people, does not mean that everybody in Parliament or everybody who passes through Parliament has those qualities. That's all I'm saying. He says what Sydney has done is to indict all of us here in the current Parliament and those before us. His comments are downright offensive, outrightly benighted, and can only be coming from a man who seems discombobulated from the world he inhabits. Oh, damn. Okay, discombobulated. What's that? Let me consult my dictionary here. Discombobulated. Hold on, give me a second. Discombobulate. Oh, confused. It just means confused. For a second, you actually discombobulated me with that word. But anyhow, I don't know about that again. I don't think that's what the man set out to do, and I don't think that's what he did at all. About indicting the speaker, he didn't mention the speaker's name at all. And then he goes on to say that he's inciting hatred and vandalism when he talks about breaking down Parliament. Come on, man. Ras Mubarak, like I said, you're a smart young man. I know you know very well that the man was speaking figuratively and not thinking of jumping on the bulldozer to go and ram down or raise down Parliament. I don't think that's what he was saying at all. Neither did he call anybody to do any such thing. If I know Ghanaians, I don't think anybody's going to heed to any call like that. I don't think so. So sleep, okay? Sleep and sleep well. Be at peace. This is the Fourth Republic. Nobody's going to come do anything to you. all right? But we will talk. Talk, we will. If we're not happy about something, it's a democracy. You guys are not emperors, okay? You are representatives of the people. We are your bosses. We, the people, are your bosses, okay? You work for us. We pay you. So if you're not doing something right, we have the right to speak. And speak we will, okay? So get used to that. Now let's put a cap on this thing. Let's put a cap on this whole discussion. In the United States, President Donald Trump is called a buffoon almost on a daily basis. Watch late night TV, watch all the comedy shows and stuff like that. They've called him everything in the book. How many people have you heard being hauled before the Senate?
Mr. Trump, your presidency, I love your presidency. I call it disgrace the nation. You're not the POTUS, you're the bloatus. You're the glutton with the button. You're a regular Gorge Washington. You're the presidents, but you're turning into a real pricktator.
In Australia, former Prime Minister Tony Abbott went to a shop and met this man who he nicely said hello to. Check the guy's response.
Good morning, sir. How are you? Dickhead. Oh, really?
He called him a dickhead. Yes. What would happen if someone called Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo that? I don't think he'll be walking alone to his home. I think his route, his path will be rerouted and he will be accompanied somewhere else. I think so. But this is the thing. Why is Parliament so thin-skinned? Why? This is the same Parliament that hauled Black Rasta before it for saying that some parliamentarian smoked weed or something to that effect. Listen, while some advanced countries are conducting major research into the use of marijuana, Ghanaians, parliamentarians who should know better, are drilling themselves and everyone else deeper into the ground of ignorance about this, to the point where, you know, you're hauled before Parliament for saying someone uses it. Like what? Let's assume that's even a bad thing. Let's just, for the purpose of argument, say that's a bad thing. So what? Why can't he say that? Why can't he say somebody does that? Why? If a teacher gets insulted, nothing happens. If a nurse gets insulted, nothing happens. If my driver's mate from Achimota to La Paz, the one with the smelly armpits, if he gets insulted, nobody gets hauled anywhere. But if someone speaks his mind, someone who voted you into power to go achieve something for them, sets out to criticize you because he feels like you're not doing what he sent you out there to do, he gets hauled before Parliament? Like you guys think you are superhumans? You think you are better than the Ghanaians who put you there? I think not. I think not at all. And that's why I made the point that we are actually your bosses. We pay your salary. So you should show us some respect. You understand? I mean, even back home in Ghana, I remember some time ago when some misguided fellow called former President John Ivasa Tamils, may his soul rest in perfect peace, called him a monkey or something to that effect. What did the good gentleman do? He just said, let him go. That is democracy. Not hauling someone before Parliament because he's noting that you guys need to sit up and produce better results than what you're doing right now. I think that is a justified venting. I think that's a justified venting of frustrations, okay? Because he's not just speaking for himself, trust me, he's speaking for a lot of people. And Ras Mubarak, if you actually check the comments on your Facebook page that followed, you would know that he actually was speaking what a lot of people were thinking. So in a nutshell, Parliament, I mean the members of Parliament, do not think that you are better than the Ghanaians who elected you to represent them. Do not clothe yourself with that kind of immunity that transcends whatever power. Do not clothe yourself with some kind of armor to the point that nobody can criticize you. Do not assume some superiority. Okay? Do not assume some superiority just because you're sitting in the House of Parliament. Get off your high horses and do the job that the people sent you to Parliament to do. Enough said. We'll be right back.
Ako. Wait. Amen.
I want you to watch this video and then we'll come back and talk about it.
2 years in it. 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. What is your bit maswa? What's your baby? What do you mean? I don't suppose. I didn't know. I didn't know. What you say? What you read, Mr. My in here. Get to know we. I'm saying about your man in here. Oh, yeah, now I read. What your memory. Oh, what you mean? Yeah, frozen. From me, our Evans. Now Evans. And I hope I find a pay. But you may go Ademra. And to a man when I did not win. But you two movies and I charge you home. But was I said, I didn't meet I had the bonnet and I made son to Miss Samurai. I didn't have the bonnet. Really had the bonnet. That was me, she be myself. I wasn't. What's that for you? I was saying, yeah, Evans. What's your Majosi, worship our ministry. What do you say? The way they look to my nation, and I was me, I'm sure, man, Mr. Duke of Instagram, mobile. Never police. Mr. I be I know about me. No, one of us, what is no more. Mr. I want a friend, what is no more. Why? Why are they? Mr. We have some Adam TV for Mr. Why? About your Mr. What you go home from our TV? Why? Mr.
So, this is first video. It's a video of a man who was arrested by the police for smoking weed. Okay. As dumb as that sounds, getting arrested for something like that and all of that. Let's say, fair enough. The statutes of Ghana says it's illegal. The statutes of Ghana say it's illegal. Okay. Even though in certain places where they've got their act more together, they're not only researching into the benefits of it, but they're actually decriminalizing it. And there's a whole segment on this, so I'm not going to go too much into details with that. But what I'm saying is this: even if we should assume that it's criminal or it's bad or whatever, does the policeman have the right to use his personal cell phone to shoot a video of this guy in his moment of agony and make it viral on social media, actually threatening while he was doing that, you will see yourself on social media? Stupid. This is the time where I'm not going to use the synonyms. I'm not going to pull out my thesaurus. I'm going to use the word. It is downright stupid. That's not how the police should act. That's how come they've lost respect among the people that they are there to protect and serve. If you arrest somebody for whatever he did, you have no right to make a video of him and make it viral, put it on social media. You have no right to do that. And apart from not having a right, I think it's downright foolish. Why? That's not part of your duty. What kind of training is the Ghana police having? I don't get it. So, let me take this opportunity to speak to my president, Nana Addo. Nana, congratulations. You indeed are the president of Ghana right now. And a lot of people are looking up to you. Part of your credentials, and I believe part of the reason why people voted for you, is because you are believed to be a champion of human rights. Now, you are at the helm of affairs. We want to see that human rights being exercised in Ghana. We do. Former President John Ajay did amazing work for the police. He brought all those new cars, gave them new uniforms, and that it propped up the Ghana police. They looked smarter, they looked more in charge. They had facilities to work with. And I understand he even gave them a salary jump. We need you to do more. We need you to bring some respect and decency to the police force, or police service as they would like to call it. Because if the police and the people are working together, that's what policing is all about. But if a policeman takes the law into his own hands, makes a video of this guy because he knows this guy probably doesn't have the wherewithal to take him to court or whatever, and he suffers no consequence for it, that's not right. That's not right. I rest my case because I know that you're probably working on it already, Mr. President. If you're not, I'm giving you a poke. Please, look at that. Look at the conduct of the police in how they cooperate in our communities. Some of the things they do, I don't get it. Anyway, that's it for this edition. Thanks for watching. My name is Kwesi, son Baako. I come in peace, not to please. And now, here it is, the ha-ha moment.
Now,